My name's Andy Spencer. Thanks very much for accessing my website. And what I'm going to do with this short video is I'm just going to do a demonstration of emotional freedom technique. Now what you probably want to do is have a look at the other video under the EFT section of my website, just to give you a bit of an introduction of EFT and what it's actually about. And this is actually a demonstration for you of EFT in action, where I'm going to show you the points initially, and then I'm going to go on and I'm going to show you how you can work with something. I'm going to give an example of something that we can work with. So while I show you the points, I'll actually show them to you on screen when I tap them through. Please feel free to tap through them with me and do them at the same time. It's entirely up to you, or you may just wish to watch. So the first point that we use in EFT is the point known as the karate chop point. So if you imagine doing a karate chop, you're using just this part of your hand. And what you want to do is use 3 fingers and just tap on that point there. Now it doesn't matter what hand you use, just do whatever feels right for you. And just tap on that point. You may notice something that's happening to you in terms of what you're thinking, in terms of what's happening in your body, or you may not, it doesn't matter, but it might be worth just being aware and see if you can tell something that might be happening to you while you tap. Now the second point is, if you follow the eyebrow down, just underneath where the eyebrow ends there, just use 2 fingers and just tap on that point. And next, the point is just at the temple, just a little bit forward, just behind the bone of the eye, with 2 fingers again. And what you want to do is, you don't want to tap too hard so it hurts, but you don't want to tap too softly either. It's just a sort of fairly firm tap, but not too soft and not too hard either. The next point is the bone under the eye. 2 fingers again. And so keep tapping with me if you want. If you want to stop, that's fine. It's entirely up to you. You're not going to do yourself any harm by doing this. It's a very safe way of working. And the next point is 3 fingers just under the nose there. Now on the chin, 3 fingers again. And the next point is the collarbone point. If you feel your collarbones and feel where they meet in the middle, you can tap the end of both like that. Or you can use the back of your fist to tap like that. It's entirely up to you, whatever feels comfortable. Now the next point is just at the top of the ribs. If you tap around with 3 fingers, you should be able to find like a sore spot. If you can't, don't worry, just tap around that general area. And if you can find that sore spot, just tap on that. And the last point is, imagine like a pincer, so on your hand like that, just on top of the head, and just move it around. And that finishes the sequence. It's known as the short EFT sequence. There are more points that you can use, but that's fine just to start using the short sequence. Now one thing you could do now is just take a sip of water or drink of water, because it can tend to make you quite thirsty to do EFT, and it's just a good thing to sort of keep sipping water as you go through. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to actually work with something using EFT. And the way we do that is we need to take a specific statement that describes the problem that we're actually working with. And the example I'm going to work with, and it's just one example, as you'll see from my other video, you can use EFT for a number of different things. But what I'm going to actually use is a craving for a Mars bar. Okay? Just a very simple example. So what that involves is it involves a specific statement, and the statement I'm going to use is I'm really craving that Mars bar. So what I would say as part of the overall sequence, what I would say, even though I'm really craving that Mars bar, I then need to do some sort of self-affirmatory statement like, I'm okay anyway, I accept myself anyway, I love and accept myself anyway. Something along those lines, whichever one feels right for you. So the whole statement is, even though I'm really craving that Mars bar, I'm going to say I completely and totally love and accept myself. And you say that statement while you're tapping the first karate point, which is called the setup. Okay, so I'm going to tap here and I'm going to go, even though I'm really craving that Mars bar, I completely and totally love and accept myself. I'm going to do that 3 times. Even though I'm really craving that Mars bar, I completely and totally love and accept myself. Even though I'm really craving that Mars bar, I completely and totally love and accept myself. Now to tap down the rest of the points, which is what you do next, I'm just going to shorten the statement. So I'm just going to tap here, under the eyebrow, I'm going to say, craving that Mars bar. Really craving that Mars bar. Craving that Mars bar. Really want that Mars bar. Really craving that Mars bar. As you can see, it's really okay just to change the short setup statement a little bit if you feel that's right for you. Really wanting that Mars bar. Really craving that Mars bar. Really want that Mars bar. And that's the process for using EFT on that specific issue itself. Doing a setup statement and then tapping through with a shortened statement. Now just to remind you, you need to take a drink of water now, okay? So